Hey guys, this is Anthony Morganti from anthonymorganti.com, and this is episode 2 of Photo Critiques. And what we do in Photo Critiques is people send me in some of their best work, and I critique each photograph with suggestions on how they can improve the shot. And hopefully they'll become better photographers because of it. And today we're going to critique the work of me. And the reason why we're doing me is because I want to encourage everyone to be their own harshest critic. I want you all to critique your own work and to see what you're doing wrong in each shot, to recognize what you're doing wrong in each shot, and try to improve. That's the only way we become better is we become kind of self-critical of our own work and what we could do to improve. And today I'm going to show you by critiquing my own work. Before I do that though, if you guys could do me a favor and if you could subscribe to my channel, like, and share the videos, I would really appreciate it. Okay, let's get started. On this first shot here, I was at the zoo, and this is obviously a lion. Now, there's this big ugly bucket back here, but I knew that was there when I took the shot, and actually I took a better shot of this lion, of his full body, and I was able to clone that out of there with Photoshop. But this is a common problem I have. If you look, I don't know if you could see it in the video, but he's soft. He's not pin sharp. The majesty of what is this lion, the rich mane, and he's got battle scars. I mean, it would have been a great shot if it was pin sharp. And it just wasn't. And the reason why a lot of times I don't get the shot really sharp is I'm lazy. I'm focusing on the eyes. I might have moved slightly. I was hand holding this shot, and if I remember right, it was at full 300 millimeter. As I hit I on the keyboard, I get some information. Yeah, it was 300 millimeter. It wasn't a great lens. It was a Sigma lens, but I've shot with this lens many times, and it's really, I could get a lot sharper than this. And so in my case, I gotta really be diligent about focusing on the eyes. That's what you want to do whenever you're shooting a person or an animal. And this guy here should have been pin sharp. I probably should have used maybe a little smaller aperture, a little more depth of field, but that's an issue I have a lot, whereas I have too many soft shots. Okay, this shot, next couple shots are actually ones that I sold prints of, and after I sold the print I realized I made kind of a mistake. And see these little trees down here? I should have got rid of those. I should have use the spot tool here and make my brush bigger, and I should have just got rid of those. Well, better than that, but you guys get the drift. I mean, I strive for perfection, and we all should strive for perfection, and the shot isn't perfect. And actually I've written articles on my website where I don't think I've ever taken a perfect photograph. There's always something I could have improved on. And in this case, these trees in the corner, I should have cloned those out before I offered it for sale. And this one, next shot here, I probably sold more prints of this than anything, and when I initially uploaded it to Fine Art America and 500px, where I sold some prints, is if you look over here, there's a sensor spot. Now, how did I miss that? I just, in my haste of developing the photo, I wanted to get it online. I was so proud of this photo, blah blah blah, and I missed a humongous sensor spot right there. And what you really got to do is you got to bring it to 1:1 at least, and you have to do what I'm doing here is you grab it and you look all around very carefully, and you repair or get rid of any sensor spots, any dust spots, anything. Try to make the shot perfect. And this is not the first time I've done this. I've had shots many times I've uploaded to Facebook or Google Plus, and And then all of a sudden I look at it in horror and I see, oh my God, I left sensor spots in there. I'm supposed to be a professional. I mean, what am I doing? So really look carefully at your shot and make sure you're not leaving any sensor spots on it before you send it out. Okay, now this one's going to be a little more difficult maybe for you to spot, but I should have spotted it right away, and I almost did. I uploaded it to Facebook, I uploaded it to Google+. I was getting all kinds of compliments on it, and then I glanced at it and I said, oh man, what an idiot. What we got obviously is the sailboat, but what you might not have really noticed, unless you have a really trained eye, you'd know what I'm talking about, is this is a mashup of two shots. They were taken at the same time. I was at the waterfront in Buffalo, and I wanted to get a shot exactly like this, except the sun was too high in the sky. It was a little too early in the evening. I didn't have time to wait. I had somewhere I had to go. So what I did is I wanted to wait till a sailboat crossed the glare in the lake, and I take the shot of the sailboat. And then I just pointed my camera up and I took a picture of the sun. I took the two shots over to Photoshop and I used layers and I blended them with the sun layer over the top. And I mean, it took like 2 minutes, and I was so proud, so sent it off, into Google Plus, into Facebook, and I got all these compliments. What I failed to realize at the moment, if you look over here, the glare of the sun is right here. It's maybe starting here, going this way to here. Oops. My sun is over to the right. I didn't line it up properly. Part of the reason was, if you see this wake in the water right here, when this sailboat was right in the middle here, a boat was coming across the frame. I actually took that shot, but like I said, I wanted a single sailboat. So I went to the next shot in the sequence. I was taking multiple shots, and I had this boat all by itself finally. So I took the sun, mashed it in there with Photoshop, and it's an unrealistic shot. The glare of the sun is to the left when the sun is to the right. If this was realistic and I took this in camera, the glare of the sun should have been right down the middle, right across the middle of this boat. I mean, there's really no excuse for that. That was just stupid, and I was rushing through Photoshop to get it out. Okay, this shot, when you first glance at it, it looks like a pretty nice shot of a waterfall, but this bush over here, I should have repositioned myself more to the left, and I would have hopefully got rid of this bush. Now, I ultimately went into Photoshop and got rid of it, but it took a lot of time to clone that out. So, I really had to be more careful when I was taking the shot. I had my camera on a tripod. I mean, there was no really excuse for this. I should have just moved over to the left a little bit. I would have got rid of this bush. I'm really not sure what I was thinking. And that's it. That's some tips on common mistakes I make, what I have to improve on, and hopefully, ultimately, you guys don't make the same mistakes. So always try to make sure that every shot you take is pin sharp. Always look around to the outer edges of the frame. See if you have to clone out a bush or clone out some trees that are creeping into the shot that you don't want there. And if you do anything in Photoshop where you're putting layers together, different images together, make sure that it's realistic. Don't just make it visually appealing at first without really being critical about what you're doing and making sure that it's realistic. That's something that really would have happened in nature. And that's it. This is episode 2 of Photo Critiques, and I appreciate you guys watching. And if you guys could remember to subscribe to my channel and comment and share the videos, I'd really appreciate it. And I am a little behind in my critiques. I've got quite a few in, but I plan on getting caught up in the next day or two, so I'm going to be posting a lot of critiques. If you guys are interested in me critiquing your work, send them off at that address on the screen, critiques@anthonymorganti.com, and I'll be glad to critique your work for free. And that's it. I appreciate you guys watching. Take care.